So there you go, friend. This is a beautiful plate of choripapas. This is the kind you're gonna get at a restaurant, or if you come to my house, this is what I'm gonna make for you. In this video, I'm gonna share with y'all how to make an epic and delicious breakfast plate using only 2 ingredients, chorizo and papas, aka choripapas. This is a super popular dish in Mexico and in Texas, and depending de qué rancho vienes, you might eat this served up as a platón or as a couple of tacos. And so in this video, I'm gonna show you how to enjoy it both ways. This is one of my all-time favorite breakfasts. Now you guys know I have a lot of favorite breakfasts, but this is one that we cook very often. And y'all know I gotta have my salsa. So as a bonus, we're gonna kick this video off with a quick and easy salsa tatemada recipe, which packs a punch. And before we make these choripapas, I just want to talk a bit about the sponsor for today's video, Made In. Made In designs professional quality products for the home cook, and their kitchenware is used in multiple 3 Michelin star restaurants. Their products are used in over 2,000 top-rated restaurants and hotel groups across America, with over 100,000 5-star reviews from both the press and the customers. For today's choripapas, I'm using the Made In griddle right here inside my kitchen. Now what I love about it is that you can cook on burners on the stove, or you can take it outside and cook over an open fire. It's really that versatile, and it's heat safe up to 1200 degrees. And that's another thing I love about this griddle, its versatility. It's got a big cooking surface that you can get really hot, which is perfect for searing up bistec or fajitas for tacos. And while it packs that heat for a sear, it's still versatile enough to cook pancake and eggs for breakfast. Another awesome thing about this griddle is that it comes pre-seasoned and it's naturally non-stick. So right out of the box, this griddle is ready to get fired up and cook some amazing food. The Made In griddle is one truly great cooking surface with all the versatility to cook any food you're craving. Now you all already know that I always strive to use the best grills, the best pits, to cook the best food possible. And now I finally feel like I've got the same quality griddle to cook both outside and inside. Y'all can check out the CARNE griddle and Made In's other cookware by using the link in my description to save on your order. Now let's cook up some choripapas. Vámonos! Boom. So for the salsa, I'll be using 2 tomatoes, the bulb of the onion, and a garlic. Now a salsa tatemada basically means roasted, toasted, charred. So pick any one of those words. That's basically what it means. In this case, we have dry chile piquins, and I'm not gonna use all of these. I'm just gonna use a few. I'm just gonna pour some right here on my griddle. So you can see we're already smoking over here on this side. You can see this tomato. So we're gonna turn that over a little bit. Let's flip over our garlic, and let's turn this one over sideways too. Ooh, look how it's like to dance. That's one of the funny things about tomatoes. They love to dance, and so does the garlic when you get enough heat on there. Now these are already dry, so you don't have to cook them a whole bunch. You just kind of want to give them a little bit of a toast, and I'll be pulling these out here in just a little bit because you don't want to burn them. We just want to give them that little roasty, toasty flavor. You can smell the aroma. Those chiles, they're toasting really quick. I don't have them right in the middle there. I can definitely smell them. I think these chile piquins are ready to go, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take them all out. I would say like this garlic is pretty much ready to go. I don't want to burn it up. Now our onion's getting a little bit of char there too. Tomatoes también. Yeah, buddy, we're looking great here, man. Really good. And another thing you can do is you can stand the tomatoes up on this side, let them stand up. That way you get a little char from the bottom up, and get them cooking a little bit longer. I like the way my tomatoes are right now. They're just about perfect. Now you could take them even further. Personally, I don't like to cook them all the way through. I like to have a little bit of that fresh flavor blended with a little bit of that cooked flavor. That goes for the onion and the garlic as well. And then of course we toasted our piquins a little bit, just enough to bring a little extra flavor out of there. Let me reset here. I'm gonna get the griddle out of the way, get my cutting board over here so we can smash up our salsa. Be right back. I'm gonna smash up this garlic. And when you cook it a little bit like that, it makes it a lot easier to smash. Let's get a little bit of piquin in here, and I'm not gonna use it all because it's pretty dang hot. But we're gonna use about half of that. That should be plenty. That's gonna give the salsa a really good little bite. I'm gonna get the onion, and I'm gonna cut it up a little bit first. I'm gonna use half of this, and I'm just gonna basically slice it up and get it into the molcajete so I can smash it up. Let's smash up our onion. It already smells good. Up next is a couple of tomatoes. I'm going to use my knife to kind of slice them a little bit right here in the molcajete. That will help it break down a little bit quicker, and it won't be squirting too much juice all over the place. I like to smash my tomato to a certain point where, like you see that, I still have a little bit of texture in there. We're gonna add a little salt, pepper, and garlic. And I'd say that's about a half a teaspoon more or less. Now this is a delicious chile piquin salsa. The salsa's ready. Let's work on the potatoes. Next step, we're gonna peel our potatoes. Then we're gonna cube it all up. I like to cut my potatoes in about half. And then I'm gonna cut this in thirds or half. Depends on the size of the potato. There's kind of like a balance there where you wanna have them a certain size so they cook a little bit quicker. And so there's gonna be about a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch is what I would call it. All right, let me get these along with the other ones that we've already done here in the bowl. Let's get our griddle back on here and start making chorizo. All right, I'm gonna put just a little bit of oil. Let's get some potatoes on here. Now these are not deep fried potatoes. These are cooked on the griddle. Listen to that sound, I love it. And then all you gotta do is kind of just let them ride, you know, for a little while, toss them around a little bit. And if you feel like you need more oil, by all means, add a little bit more oil. It's all good. Not a problem. Because remember, the potato, as it dries, it's going to absorb some of that oil too. And you guys saw the potato earlier when I took the lid off of the griddle. These are 3 medium-sized russet potatoes. They're not real big. They're just right. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to get our lid on here, and we're going to let the potatoes release some of their own moisture. That steam and the oil and the heat from the griddle, it's going to cook those potatoes to perfection. It's time to give them another little toss. Ooh, listen to that. Music to my ears. I think I got a little too much oil in there. It's all right though. We're gonna toss them around, it'll be okay. Ooh man, look at that beautiful color. Potatoes are about halfway done now. It's time to get our chorizo on here. And I'm using a whole link. I wanna say this is 10 ounces of chorizo, so we're gonna get this whole link on here. So we're gonna let that go. We're gonna cover it back up for a little bit. Let that chorizo cook down a little bit. Then we'll come back in a minute and smash it all up. But mainly we wanna keep it covered so the potatoes will cook. It's been about 4 minutes. I can hear the sizzle going on in there. I'm gonna get the lid off. We're gonna toss a little bit again. So I had diced up this little bit of onion here. I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the potatoes. And then we're gonna toss it here a little bit. I also have some garlic that I diced up. Let's go ahead and add that in there as well. Let's toss the potatoes a little bit. They're almost done. They're just about perfect. Let's smash up our chorizo here. We're gonna mash it all up. Oh man, this smells good. We're looking great right here. Everything's cooking mighty fine. We're gonna toss these potatoes with the garlic and the little bit of green onion. I'd say it's time to combine our potatoes and our chorizo. We're freaking done, friends. It's time to refry a little bit of beans to go with our choripapas. Now, one of the things that I really like to do with my beans is to add a little bit of butter. That really kicks up the flavor and puts a lot of umami on the beans. So let me get a little bit of butter on here. And it doesn't take a whole lot. We're gonna cook a little bit of beans. This is not quite a tablespoon. Maybe I'd say it's a little bit less. We're gonna get this on here. We have these beans here. They are ready to go into the griddle. I wanna use my spider so we don't get too much moisture. We want these beans to be quick, refried. We don't wanna have too much liquid in there, so we're gonna get them on here just like this. We're gonna spread them out a little bit. Get a little butter on there. So let's smash up these beans. These are already cooked, so all we want to do is refry them a little bit. It don't take but a couple of minutes to get these beans to perfection. Our beans are done, so we're gonna get these up here towards the center. I'm gonna turn the heat back down because there's no need to have it on high anymore. They're done. That's how quick and how easy it is to make refried beans on the made-in griddle. What did it take, like 2 minutes? If that. Let me get my choripapas out, get them into this big bowl here. I'm gonna turn this back on. We're gonna keep it on low, very, very low. But all we gotta do is take our paper towel and our scraper here. Give it a little scrape. We already have a little bit of oil on there from the chorizo. And like I said earlier, the more you use this griddle, the more nonstick it becomes. So I'm just gonna clean this up right here. We're good. All right, let's get some tortillas on the griddle here. Let's fill it up with 3 of them. We'll throw another couple of tortillas on here in just a moment. Okay, we're good, man. Let's get these puppies hot. Let's flippity-flip these tortillas. They're getting warmed up really quick. Let's get these off, put them inside the warmer. We're gonna let this cool off just a little bit, and let's get our plate assembled. We'll be right back. All right, I've got my choripapa. Now I'm gonna plate this a couple different ways. First, it'll be a plate like you would normally get at a restaurant. And usually they'll bring you a plate out with all the choripapas here. Let's get some beans on my plate here. We're just gonna put a little dollop right here. Now remember, we made our salsa too. This is a fresh molcajete salsa tatemada. This kind of salsa is as homemade as it gets. We're gonna put some of that right here on the side. We've got some salsa, we've got choripapa, we've got beans. One of the other things we can do is shake a little bit of queso on here, Oaxaca style cheese, and you don't take a whole lot, but just a little bit. One last thing to add here, whenever you go to a restaurant, they're usually gonna bring it to you. The tortilla is gonna be in a warmer, but today we're gonna put it on our plate right here. So there you go, friend. This is a beautiful plate of choripapas. This is the kind you're gonna get at a restaurant, or if you come to my house, this is what I'm gonna make for you. All that's left to do now is the taste test, but this is Terry's plate. So I'm gonna let her have that, and I'm gonna make me a couple of tacos. Terry got her plate, she took a bite, she approved. Now it's my turn. This is my favorite part of every video. I'm gonna get me a couple of tortillas here and make me a couple of tacos, because one is definitely not enough for me. So let's get a little bit of beans on here. Two ways that you can call this, either a bed liner or a cacheteada. Cacheteada means a slap. We're gonna slap these beans on here and create a bed liner. Let's get some papitas con chorizo here. Here we go. Yeah, you guys are getting a recipe and a Spanish lesson. We need a little Oaxaca style queso on here. Just a little bit, not too much. A little bit of salsa, tatemada. Here we go. Beautiful little plate here of choripapas tacos on flour tortillas. My favorite part of every video. It's time for me to take a bite. I've been starving the whole time I've been cooking. This smells amazing, and I know it's gonna taste amazing. Yep. Friend, this is amazing. Just fantastic. That chorizo has just the right flavor balance. Potatoes are soft, but not mushy. They're just perfect. The salsa has just the right bite. The way we made it today. Tortillas, nice and soft. The beans have a wonderful flavor, especially with that little bit of butter in there. I'm gonna quit talking and keep eating. Oh. I finished my first taco. I'm gonna enjoy my second one, but before I do, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Had a great time today, friend. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank y'all for joining us. This recipe is in my cookbook that is available for pre-order right now, by the way. Make sure you try this recipe. If you have not ever had choripapas with a slice of beans in there, you don't know what you're missing, friends. We'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Keep the smoke light and make it work. Boom!